It's the near future where the ozone has been completely destroyed and no human can survive the sunlight. They have started to work at night, but Adam isn't ready to change. Adam Bird was tested a few days ago and he's called in by Dr. Reese. She checks his reports and informs him that his heart is failing. He'll die soon, but on the bright side, he has the privilege of a feature called Premium 3. It will enable the creation of Adam's clone after his death so his wife and 3 children will not suffer. Adam hates clones and the virtual reality everyone uses these days. Others have gotten used to it, but he can't accept this fake life. He believes the clones may have intelligence and the ability to work under sun, but they lack real emotions. Dr. Reese is a clone herself, so she can't understand what Adam thinks. She refers him to a therapist and suggests that he discuss this matter with his family. Adam has been separated from his wife and can only meet his children in the VR realm. He calls his wife Rena and begs to let him meet them in person before he dies, but Rena refuses. He cuts the call in frustration and gets in his car wearing the hazmat suit. There's not much traffic as Adam is the only human who works during the day. He enters his office where there are only clones working beside him while the rest of the workers are at home. Adam calls an emergency meeting with the board in the VR realm. His company sells VR headsets through which people can interact in the virtual world. Their business remained a success for years, but its biggest enemy has landed in the market. It's the chip, a device that can be implanted in a human's body, and they can enter the VR realm without the uncomfortable headset. Adam suggests that his company should also start investing in chip, but the other board members don't agree. Adam leaves the meeting angrily. He has been attending the office traditionally while his coworkers are resting at home, but still his suggestion has no value. After the frustrating day, Adam goes to meet the therapist, Dr. Maple. She's a clone too and gives the same advice as Dr. Reese. Thinking about himself being replaced, Adam gets lost in thoughts. He remembers about the time when he was kicked out of the house. Adam had come back from the office as usual and wanted to spend some time with his family. Unfortunately, all of them were busy in the VR realm. His kids were playing with friends and his wife was chilling at the beach, but it was all fake experiences given by the VR headsets. Adam had been suffering from loneliness because he didn't want to be a part of a VR realm. To satisfy himself, he had bought a simulation robot. Rena caught him with the robot and assumed that he was dating someone through VR. Since then, Rena doesn't let Adam personally meet them anymore. Adam goes to her door for a talk, but she doesn't invite him inside. Adam tells her that he isn't feeling anything, but the doctor says his heart is failing. Instead of understanding the serious situation, Rena ironically says that Adam has become insensitive anyway. He lacks the passion and love he had for her. If he's worried about the house loans, then the insurance will cover that. And they also have the Premium 3 that will enable Adam's clone to continue his job. She's definitely a selfish lady, but Adam is worried for his kids. He knows that the old men in his company will not agree to invest in chip, and the company will close soon. Without it, there will be no insurance or job for the clone to take. Adam just wants Rena to request the state to provide a clone organ for Adam's transplant so he can live longer and secure his kid's future. Rena doesn't believe any of his words and calls it an excuse to renegotiate their relationship. That's why Adam hasn't signed the divorce papers yet. After the failed conversation with her, Adam starts looking for another way. Before going to sleep, he meets his virtual girlfriend, Maria. She's just a perfect interpretation of his fantasy, but Adam still wants to know if Maria would choose him if she was a real person. While he was lost in VR, a pair of hands grabbed his neck. A man has broken into his house, and it's no other than Donald Stein, a famous genetic engineer. He has been hiding for 15 years, but now he suddenly got a call from Adam, who believes that Donald invented the chip. At first, Donald assumes that Adam is a state agent spying on him, but then Adam explains that he called him to help his family. He had forgotten about the Premium 3 until the doctor mentioned it. He was offered it on the birth of his 3rd child. As most people preferred interacting in the VR realm, they had lost the desire for physical touch and didn't want the responsibility of raising real kids. This made Adam's family really special. The state happily offers him the Premium 3 feature that will allow one spouse to regenerate his dead spouses and even make some improvements in him. Adam doesn't understand why someone would want to change the person they fall in love with. Despite being working in the biggest technology company, Adam was against this idea of cloning. But the state offered full household support for years, so Adam accepted the offer. At that time, he was told that Premium 3 was invented by Donald. That's why the suspected inventor of chip was Donald too. Adam's company allowed him to use a tracker to locate all the VR users. He also had access to everyone's dental records. Using this information, he located Donald even though he has changed his identity. In the Premium 3 form, There was no option to add augmented pigmentation that would enable the clone to survive under the sun. But Chip had the ability to provide someone with this feature. By connecting such dots, Adam figured out that Donald is the inventor of Chip. As he's exposed now, Donald shares his part of the story too. It all started when he was given the task to regenerate the injured limbs of military soldiers. Soon, none of the soldiers needed the surgery anymore. Then the state thought about replacing the dead soldiers with their perfect clones, and that's how human cloning was born. It got famous day by day as it can create perfect state workers who don't get tired or will never betray their boss. Adam is creeping out by this idea. He doesn't want his partner to love a better version of him. He wants to be loved the way he is. That's why he started talking with a virtual avatar called Maria. Adam explained to his wife that his lover didn't even exist, but Rena called him a pervert and wanted a separation. She called their kids and told them Adam had found a new partner. Adam couldn't understand why his wife was making a fuss, but he also didn't want to live with a psycho like Rena. It seemed like she was just looking for an excuse. Adam told his kids that he and Rena weren't getting along anymore, so they had decided to separate. Adam wasn't taking the Lithium X tablets everyone must eat to artificially stay healthy. Rena used it as an excuse to divorce him. She further used the simulation doll incident to prove Adam had a bad influence on his kids and restrained his meetings with them. Donald knows Adam contacted him so he can engineer a cloned heart for him illegally, but Donald believes that there's nothing wrong with Adam at all. The pain he feels in his heart is due to lack of love. Others are taking Lithium X, which takes away all the pain, and love can't exist without pain. Therefore, Adam is the only one feeling this pain. Donald had experienced something similar. To fill the gap in his life, he created a clone of his virtual lover using the state resources. He was supposed to be in jail, but Donald gave away the chip patent for free, and in exchange, the state sent him on an early retirement. But if Adam wants, Donald can bring Maria to live. The next day, Adam stays at home and also talks with his mom. His head is hurting after last night's conversation, and he wants some peaceful time. As the night sets in, Rena comes to meet him. She talks to him really nicely and asks about his health. Adam senses something is wrong and asks his wife what she's up to. Rena has a friend whose husband has big connections. He can activate Premium 3 without killing anyone. It's called virtual assassination. Adam's identity will be removed from the VR realm, so the state will send his clone. Rena made the clone better in every aspect. He can be a family guy and save the company too. Adam can't believe that Rena wants to replace the guy she fell in love with. Seeing his resistance, Rena starts blackmailing him emotionally. She calls him a coward who works on the technology he fears himself. She asks him to think about his children and let them have a better life. Adam slightly agrees and asks about the procedure, but Rena has done everything already. Adam's death has been registered and his new identity has arrived too. Soon the clone will reach them as well. Adam gets mad at Rena's selfish behavior and kicks her out of his house. Rena leaves in anger and accidentally gets hit by a car. She dies on spot, and a police officer asks Adam about the incident. After knowing that Adam has Premium 3, the officer advises him to wait for version 2 of his wife. Adam is breaking down by the stressful situation and tries to contact Maria, but he can't log into his previous realm ID. Suddenly the bell rings, and Maria's clone greets him with a kiss. Adam is more than happy to see her, but then Maria tells him that Donald tested her body in every way to ensure quality. This fact makes Adam uncomfortable and jealous. He looks in Maria's bag and finds a weird chip. Maria says it's a gift from Donald to Adam. It's called Eternal One, a device that can store all the information of a person to be deceased. It can be used to interact with a dead person, but the state banned its launch. After explaining the gift, Maria starts talking about random things. She has just experienced the real world and wants to know more of it. She liked Adam, but her heart doesn't beat for him, so she's leaving to find someone else. Adam can't believe that neither his wife nor his virtual girlfriend loves his real self. They both want to have better. The doorbell rings again, but Adam is too scared to open. He grabs the gun Donald left behind and opens the door. It's Adam's clone that Rena ordered. It looks younger and can even play guitar. Moreover, he has all the memories of Adam, including the ones from his childhood. The clone suggests that Adam start eating his pills to make his body stronger, but Adam is afraid that the clone is trying to kill him with an overdose of medicine. Adam wants to kill the clone, but the clone resists with his full strength. The pistol falls down and shoots Adam in the head. The clone buries Adam's body and gets back home. The doorbell rings again and Rena's clone arrives. The two clones love each other's personality. They also plan to kill their kids with lithium overdose and replace them with clones. Suddenly they hear distant laughter and the guitar sound of Adam from the eternal chip left on the table. Is Adam still alive or has a chance to be reborn? That remains a mystery.